Alright, everything should be working, I think. I also forgot to put on turn the DS on. Okay. Haven't really prepped a whole lot for this stream, so I'm gonna, I think in a second, check if everything's working. I'm actually gonna go check now. I mean, everything should be working. I haven't overall had like any issues with streaming lately, which has been nice. Just check. God damn, my internet is being slow. I don't think it's affecting the stream, but like loading up the stream to check is like very slow. Okay, yeah, seems to be working. Alright. So today the stream is let me actually I actually accidentally had this at the beginning, the fucking encounter counter on, but yeah, so this stream, as you can probably tell, is shiny hunting in Pokemon Sapphire. As you can see, my DS capture card is here and it is working. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing some shiny hunting. This is kind of like odd timing in many ways, because obviously BDSP has just released, and also it is like very early in the morning for me. I don't know what the fuck time it is, like other time zones, but for me it is like, what is it, 10 a.m? So yeah, pretty weird time to be streaming, but the reason for this is that I didn't stream. I guess I can start doing encounters already. But I didn't stream on Wednesday, even though I could have, and I thought that I wanted to do at least one shiny hunting stream before BDSP releases, and like right after this stream, I'm going to go and buy Shining Pearl, and I'm going to be playing that. Probably not on stream, but just by myself, so because that I wanted to take this opportunity to stream. So that's why I'm streaming now. This probably won't be a long stream, probably only like an hour or something. We'll see, but it's also kind of like a test stream for just, you know, trying out that everything works. The counter is like a bit behind, so like you can hear the space when I press it. It's a macro to my space bar. That's when I'm pressing it, and it appears probably like 5 seconds later, so there's a small delay there. But yeah. I've got like some Pokemon OSTs playing in the background, as you can hear, and I haven't really like specifically chosen these. I just found like a playlist online on YouTube, and I just put it on, so hopefully it's good. I might come up with like a better solution for background OSTs later. Also like the in-game audio. You know, shiny hunting, it gets a bit repetitive here in the first like 10 seconds of the game over and over again, but it is good for, you know, hearing the sparkles when I get the shiny, so that I don't accidentally miss it and all that. But I think I won't miss it. I think like Treecko and Pujen are like pretty noticeable if they're shiny, so yeah. But if I do miss it, then it's gonna be kind of funny, so that's something. I'm at 8,800, so I don't know if it would really be that funny. I would be pretty fucking sad. I think in the video I said that I was at like 7,000 back then, but yeah, I've done a good few encounters since then. Actually shiny hunted previously on stream as well, but that was like over a year ago. I think my first ever stream was shiny hunting. So this isn't the first time that I'm doing this, however, it's been like over a year, and I wasn't very good at it back then, and I'm still not very good at streaming, so this is kind of scuffed, but I mean, that's kind of the point as well. But I mean, shiny hunting on stream is like pretty different from like streaming something like Dark Souls, because in something like Dark Souls, there's like a lot of things going on in the game, so I can kind of like commentate on that. Whereas like, what the fuck do I commentate on here? That treecko is not shiny. Let's do a soft reset. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to just talk about shit that's on my mind and shit that I'm going to do, I guess. But I think it's going to be fine. And like I said, today, after the stream, which I haven't actually chosen at what time yet, but I imagine it's probably gonna be like 2 hours from now, maybe 3. I'm gonna be going to buy Shining Pearl, I think. It's really fucking difficult. I still haven't chosen like completely which version I want to get. Because like at the end of the day, they're almost the same. There's like very little difference in you know, Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond, but it's like, you know, I have to make the choice, and it's like every little thing counts. And I think that like Shining Pearl is like overall I like Palkia more, and I like the overall like colors a lot more. I like pink, and I mean I don't mind the Brilliant Diamond like colors and shit like that and box art, but I prefer Shining Pearl. But then, you know, Brilliant Diamond has much better exclusives, right? Like I think if you look at the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl exclusives and say Brilliant Shining Pearl has better ones, then there's something wrong with you. Brilliant Diamond has such better exclusives, like almost every one of them is better. So it's really difficult to choose, but I think I'm gonna go with Shining Pearl because, I don't know, I just kind of like the idea of having that game more. And I doubt I'm gonna do much in terms of videos or streams or anything of those games. Probably just gonna play through it and then maybe make a video talking about it, like what my thoughts are on the game. I'd do that. But I can like barely hear the OST in the background. I did test it out before the stream, so it should be fine, but I don't know. Doesn't really matter a whole lot. I guess after the stream, I'm gonna also, you know, be able to look at if there was anything wrong with the stream, and then the next stream will be better. But I don't know when the fuck I will be streaming next time, because like I said, I'm gonna be playing BDSP, and I'm planning on playing Demon Souls finally. I've been putting off playing that for such a long time, and I don't really want to stream that. I kind of want to do like a big playthrough where I kind of like do everything, and I don't know if that would really be interesting on stream, and it would probably take like way too long. So I'd rather play that on my own time. But I'm gonna try to find time to stream in between at some point, and also to make videos. I really want to upload like consistently, like once every 1 or 2 weeks. But it's just difficult, you know? It's just difficult because I don't really want to like, you know, make videos that I don't care for much. And it would be like really easy to just make like an infinite amount of like tier list videos, which I've already done like 2 of. But I don't know, I feel like they get boring after a while, so I'm not saying that I will never do a tier list video ever again, but just, you know, space it out a little bit. But I think if I'm gonna, you know, do BDSP review as like the next video, then I don't even know what I'm gonna do after that. I'll have to come up with something. I mean, I considered making like a highlights video of the Dark Souls streams, like just some random clips of those streams in like some 10-minute nicely edited video, but I decided not to, just because like the timing doesn't really make any sense, since my channel is overall more Pokemon focused, and Elden Ring network test just happened, so I feel like not many people would really care about Dark Souls, so I just, because of that, decided not to. Also, yeah, I need to talk about that. The Elden Ring network test. I participated in that, and it was really fucking good. I said on Twitter that I would be talking about it more on stream, but I mean, I don't even know really what to talk about. It was just good. I went into it expecting it to be like the best game I've ever played, and it kind of was. There isn't really much more to it. It's just fucking Elden Ring. It's fantastic. I am like, I would say I'm more excited for the game after playing it, which is like pretty weird considering that I was already like the most excited for that game that I've ever been for like any video game ever. So yeah, how many months is it? Like 4 months from now? I guess BDSP will somewhat like BDSP, and if I'm planning on playing Demon Souls, I'll have some shit to play in the meantime. I mean, I don't really know what specifically to talk about in terms of like the Elden Ring network test. I did like everything there was to do. It lasted what 4 5 days. 5 days, 3 hours each day. I did like the first like 2 days. Why is this fucking black and white unwavering emotions? I think it's called. Like such a sad OST. uh, I don't know. I didn't choose this OST specifically. It's just a playlist, like I mentioned. But yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I did like everything in the network test. First day I like just fucked around and did whatever, and I don't know if I really want to spoil anything, but I got to like the main boss of the network test and died a bunch. And then next day I died a bunch more, and then I explored more, and then third day I beat the boss, and then I explored like the rest of the game, and fourth day I like looked up if I had missed anything, and I did like everything that I had missed, but it wasn't much. And fifth day I just fucked around in online, like PvP. So yeah, it was a pretty fucking good experience. And considering that like the network test is like a very small part of the whole game seemingly, yeah, like it's crazy that they had that much content in like a network test. Like I put in like a good 12 hours or more into it. So yeah, good shit. I missed like a few hours in the first, no, the second day because I got the time wrong. So I missed like the first hour of it. Sucked, but it's fine. I managed to do everything I wanted there. I think like for the next stream, I could maybe, if I remember, I could try to make like a Pokemon OST playlist. If I can get like a 2 hour playlist, like 2 hours worth of OSTs, that could be nice. This current playlist that I got off YouTube is like an hour, so it should be like just enough for this stream. But for longer streams, I'd prefer to have like a longer playlist. And then, you know, be able to shuffle the OSTs so that, you know, it doesn't get that as repetitive. I mean, there's probably a bunch of like Pokemon Route OST playlist out there. One of those might do as well. When did I start shiny hunting this treecko? It was like I talked about in the DS video, which also I want to talk about the DS video because I haven't talked about it yet. But I guess it's the shiny hunting in Sapphire video. I don't know. I couldn't really come up with like a good title for that video, so I actually considered changing it like last minute. But I ended up going with that time I wanted to shiny hunt in Pokemon Sapphire. I'm really happy with that video, but in that I mentioned that I started shiny hunting treecko before I got this capture card, which was probably like maybe early September or somewhere in there. I don't know. Like the original idea was that I would shiny hunt treecko, and I would get treecko like way before BDSP released, and I would have like time to play Sapphire like completely and do everything in this game prior to BDSP. However, as you can see, that did not happen. I got like 8,000, like I think like a week before the Elden Ring network test, so like over 2 weeks ago now. And then after that, I've been like really slow because I knew that I wanted to stream this, so I thought like, you know, why do this shiny hunting now when I'm gonna be doing it on stream either way. I mean, with these shiny hunts, like the big thing is that I might start up a shiny hunt or shiny hunt on stream, something like treecko right now, and get it like, you know, while not on stream. and I will like post about it on Twitter. But it's like I'm not going to only shiny hunt on stream because I don't know. I would be making really slow progress that way. Since I mean, right now I've done what 26 soft resets, not a whole lot. So I imagine this stream is probably gonna be at most like an hour and a half at most. So I doubt I'll get much more than like maybe 200 in that time. It's unlikely. So but I need to kind of like get in the rhythm of like soft resets. Sometimes I just fucking like zone out and do like 200 soft resets in what feels like 15 minutes. Yeah. Also, I say soft resets, but I actually count when I get like the encounter. So right here, as I choose the treecko, I press spacebar, and yeah, it counts it. Because I originally counted with the actual like soft resets, but I kept on getting like confused as to like, you know, whether I had counted the encounter or not, and because of that I changed to this. I think this is simpler. But after treecko, I haven't thought of like a whole lot as to what I want to shiny hunt in Sapphire. I know that I probably want to do like one of the fossils. I'm thinking Anorith. Anorith might be nice. I want to do like one random encounter one. I'm thinking the route with Skarmory and Spinda. I think that would be a really nice route to random encounter in, because there's like a bunch of good stuff there, and a shiny Spinda would be so cool, because it has like the random pattern, so it would be like a really unique shiny. I'm thinking of doing that once I, you know, get there one day. I don't know, I might just play through the game completely after I get the treecko, and then shiny hunt after I've like beaten the game and shit. I don't know, it depends on how I'm feeling then. But I mean, I might be like stuck on treecko for another like 10k. Who knows? About to hit hit 888. It's neat. This is like by far the longest shiny hunt that I've had. The one that like comes closest is the shiny Dracovish that I got back like, what is it, like 2 years ago now? No way. It actually like can't be 2 years ago, it's like a year and a half. But the shiny Dracovish was like 7,750 or something like that. And but that one I used like a turbo controller, so I didn't have to actually like press the buttons myself. It just like I just had to leave it there, and it would get like Dracovish for me, and I had to like reset the game every 20 Dracovish. It was pretty slow, but I would just like leave it in the background while I'm watching like YouTube, which I mean I'm kind of doing that normally when I shiny hunt, but I like, at least with this I have to actually like do the soft resets manually. I mean, I guess since Dracovish is like 1 in 4,000, it's a bit like more weird that it took that long. But I mean, here we have treecko and Poochyena. We have 2 encounters, so this is basically 1 in 4,000. Even though treecko is obviously the one that I'm going for, but I haven't found either yet, so yeah. This is a good OST. I really like the 4-3. I mean, overall, like Gen 3. Gen 3 just has like fantastic OSTs. I'm also like really looking forward to hearing the BDSP OST, because I have like, I know that obviously the game leaked 2 weeks ago, but I have seen like very little of it. I've purposefully kind of like tried to stay as unspoiled as possible, even though I mean it doesn't really matter. I already like, by having played Diamond and Pearl, I already know most of what's going to be in the game, like the overwhelming majority. But for example, I don't know how many outfits there are. I don't know all of the styles and shit like that, and I obviously haven't seen like every area of the game and stuff like that, and I haven't heard any of the OSTs, so there's still stuff to like discover in the game when I play it. I am really looking forward to the OSTs. I mean, honestly, Gen 4, one of the weaker gens in terms of OSTs. That's probably like a hot take, but it kinda is. Like, I don't think, like, what good OSTs are there in Gen 4? The Battle Frontier Brain OST in Platinum is fucking good. The Lake Trio is very nice. And Cynthia is like, it's a classic, but I don't know if it's really that good. And then like Giratina's really good. That's honestly about it. Everything else, I mean, the route teams are good, but they're always good in Pokemon. I'm more so thinking of like the battle teams, which I think like the gym leader team is really mid, the rival team is kind of weak, the Elite Four team is just a sped up version of the gym leader team, and like the normal battle team and wild battle team are kind of boring. Yeah, maybe they've mixed them up in the remakes nicely, who knows. I need to like replay Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire someday. I haven't played those games. I've only played them like twice, I think. They are really good. I really like them. I think, honestly, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire are probably like the most underappreciated games in the series. Those games get a lot of shit for like kind of dumb reasons. I mean, there are reasons, there are things to dislike about those games, such as like the difficulty of the games, which is non-existent. It's like those are by far the easiest Pokemon games. Well, maybe X and Y, but they're really easy, and I don't mind games being easy, but it's like in Gen 6 it goes a bit too far to where it's like the game just poses like no challenge anywhere. And I mean, assuming that you use the XP share, but even without it, it's not very difficult. And then there's also like the Battle Frontier not being in the game, which is kinda sucky. The Battle Frontier was kinda cool, but I mean, outside of that, the games are like fantastic. So I don't really see why they're considered like the worst games in the series. I don't think that's really fair. I feel like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire were probably like the games that I was the most excited for out of like honestly every Pokemon game. I remember when those were like announced, it was fucking crazy. Pokemon Sword and Shield were like really weird when they released. I wasn't really like hyped for them, but I was like excited to play like a new Pokemon game. But I wasn't really that excited for them. But then when they released, it was like that first week of Sword and Shield was like fantastic. And it's like during like the first probably like 3 weeks of Sword and Shield, I started shiny hunting for like the first time ever, like properly. I had done some like light shiny hunting before, but not much. But I started like actually doing a lot of shiny hunts. I started competitive battling in VGC. I completed the Pokedex, like a bunch of shit, right? It was really good, and I feel like it really got me more and more into Pokemon, more than I even was before that. I think like after Pokemon Sun and Moon, I was kind of like, I was still into Pokemon, but I was a bit more kind of like, I'll play the games, but I don't really care that much about them anymore. But then like Sword and Shield kind of brought me back into it. There isn't really anything wrong with Gen 7. It isn't like Gen 7 was that bad that I didn't want to play Pokemon anymore. But it was kind of like, they just like, after I beat Sun and Moon, or Pokemon Sun, I like didn't want to touch the games like ever again. I was like, okay, these were good, I enjoyed them, but I don't want to play them anymore. And then a year later I played Pokemon Ultra Sun, and that wasn't great, so yeah. And then Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were on the Switch, and I didn't have a Switch yet, so I didn't play those. I still haven't, and yeah, it was overall kind of like a bad time for Pokemon, at least for me. I've learned to do like soft resets with just my right hand. Normally I did it like, you know, both hands on, because on the Game Boy Advance you need to do start, select A and B. But I found like a weird claw grip that works to be able to do it with like one hand. That way I can like, you know, don't have to move around my hands as much. It's nice. I don't know if I really want to do that many like soft reset shiny hunts. It's, you know, it's getting kind of tiring, you know, 8,900 soon. But I mean, I said that I was thinking of doing the fossils, or at least one of them, so that's one. Okay. I want to do Kyogre, but I don't know. I want to do a random encounter like next after treecko. I'm thinking maybe in BDSP I might shiny hunt something, but I'm not sure what. Overall, I haven't thought about my BDSP team like at all. The only thing I've really thought of is a starter. I think I'm gonna go with Empoleon. Because, I don't know. I think I used to like Torterra most. Torterra was my favorite Sinnoh starter, but nowadays I think I prefer Empoleon. Infernape is kinda meh. Never been a big fan of that. I know there's like a whole meme of like, you know, having like very few fire types, which is true. But I don't know if that really matters. Like, you don't need a fire type on your team. It isn't like a requisite to be able to play the game. But I haven't really thought of my team. Like, it would be so easy to just go with the classic like Staraptor, Luxray, Garchomp, Trio, and then, I mean, what else, like Lucario, I guess. There's like that whole meme of like the classic Gen 4 team, but I don't know. I maybe want to go with some like more obscure Pokemon. Or maybe not obscure, but like not the main ones that everyone uses. Maybe Yanma. Yanmega would be quite cool. When was the last time I've had like a Yanmega in a Pokemon game? Probably like Soul Silver, like many years ago. Maybe I'll go with Yanmega. That could be cool. And I mentioned about like picking Shining Pearl rather than Brilliant Diamond, and there is like one Pokemon that kind of hurts, where one Pokemon that makes me think that maybe I should go with Brilliant Diamond, which is of course Murkrow. But I mean, the justification is that like, you know, I already shiny hunted Murkrow in Pokemon Crystal, so it's not like I would be shiny hunting it. And if I really just want to use Murkrow, then I can just transfer the one from Crystal to Shining Pearl and just use it there. I don't really need to be able to encounter it in the game. It does kind of like... I would kind of like to go through Eterna Forest and find some Murkrow and shit. That would be kind of neat. But I think I might be able to live without it, maybe. Also, I haven't really talked about why I even went with treecko. I mean, obviously, I like treecko, but in the beginning I was actually thinking of shiny hunting Mudkip here. Well, the idea was that I would first shiny hunt treecko, and if I got it in under 2000 soft resets, then I would also do Mudkip. But obviously that didn't happen. So after I get this treecko, I'm fucking not doing Mudkip. No way. So my spacebar is probably like, I tested it, and it's pretty loud, but I think that's fine. But I've got a custom mechanical keyboard. But I mean, I don't know if it's really custom. It's like, it's made up of custom parts, but it's like the most common parts. Like it's the cheapest like basic hot swappable board with like what are they fucking called, the fucking Gateron yellows. It's like just the most basic basic custom keyboard possible, but I mean it sounds pretty nice. It feels pretty nice to type on. And prior to this one I had a Logitech keyboard. I had actually like 2 Logitech keyboards prior to this, and this is way better. I way prefer this. This is like a 60% keyboard, and it is really nice. I used to have like always these like huge fucking keyboards, and having a smaller one is very nice. It just feels like my fucking desk is just way less like cluttered. There's way more room. Nice. I'm like, you might have noticed, but I'm like, every time I see a treecko, I'm like really looking at it because I don't want to miss a shiny. I feel like that would fucking destroy me if I missed the shiny at 8,900 encounters. Maybe I should do something where I have like the game audio for myself. That way I'll hear the sparkles. I mean, that way I couldn't really listen to the soundtrack or the background OST. I don't think you can really hear the DS buttons. I tested for that and can't really hear them, but overall, like the whole setup that I have right now is kind of like odd, kind of difficult to put together, but I think it works fine now. And also, I haven't mentioned this, but the layout that you see right now, there's like just a black border and then the number under the screen. It's simple, it works, but I think I'm probably going to make like a nicer looking layout at some point. But for now, because this was kind of like an improv stream, I just went with this. I mean, I don't think I really need like a huge layout with like nice graphics and shit like that. Just like, something basic like this works. I don't know why the text is like so like low resolution or something. It's like really rough looking. I tried making it like bigger, but it didn't really help. I guess the font might just be like shitty. I didn't really put too much thought into that. There have been a few times where I've accidentally picked Torchic in there because Torchic is like the first choice. It always makes me think like, what if that was the shiny treecko? What if I missed it there? I mean, I guess it's possible, but yeah, I maybe shouldn't think about that. It just kind of makes me sad. Also, I said that I would talk about the DS capture card video, or the shiny hunting video, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's a pretty good video. I'm pretty happy with it. I really wanted to get that video out when I uploaded it, because I hadn't uploaded in like 2 weeks, so I just wanted to get it out. So the ending was a bit kind of like rushed, I guess, but it's fine. And overall, I'm happy with the video, and it was, I don't know if anyone noticed, but it was kind of like a new style that I was trying out, where when I first started making that video, which was back when I got the idea to get the capture card, so like 3 months ago, back then, the idea was that I would do 2 videos. One where I kind of talked about the DS as a system, and then at the end mentioned that I was trying to get a capture card. And then the second video would be me installing the capture card and kind of like an explanation of how that whole process works. However, when I was trying to like write the script for the first video, I just like, it just wasn't working. Like I just couldn't come up with anything for it, and I just kind of like realized that I don't really like writing scripts. I never really have. It's just something that I do because I feel like it's the only way to make my videos like good and presentable. So I was really like stuck because I didn't really want to write the script, but I felt like I had to. But then I was watching some of my older videos, and I found a video that I'd kind of forgotten about, which was a bit over a year ago at this point. I uploaded a video called Muy Direct, which was this kind of like channel update thing where I just, explained what I was going to do with the channel. And in that video, the way I had done it is that I wrote kind of like this general idea of like topics of things that I want to go over, and then I just, went over them. So it was kind of like scripted, and there were some scripted parts, but most of it was just, me freeform talking, right? So I decided, why not try that with this video as well? So I did that, and it ended up working pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. There were stuff like the intro, the DSi, like Game Boy Player meme, and then the outro. Those were like scripted, but everything else was just me talking. And it worked pretty well, and I want to try that more. So I think the BDSP review, if I'm gonna make it, I'm probably gonna make it in that same style. And yeah, so that video was also kind of a test to see if that style is like good, and I think it is. It worked pretty well. I was pretty happy with it. So I might do more stuff like that going forward. And for that video, I tried finding footage of the shiny Totodile that I got in Soul Silver, but I couldn't find it. I somehow lost it because my channel, the Mu YouTube channel that you're watching this on, this was created back in 2014, and I actually uploaded videos on this channel back in 2014. However, I think after I stopped uploading in like 2015 or something, I deleted all of the videos, and they're like gone. Like I can't find them anywhere on no old PCs or anything. They just don't exist anymore. And one of those videos was me getting the shiny Totodile. I like recorded it with my phone and everything. But yeah, I guess I'm also kind of glad that those videos are gone because they were very, very cringy, and they were also in Finnish. So yeah, I guess I haven't really thought of this, but that might be the reason why when I first started uploading like videos in like 2018 under like this current style and era, I guess, back then one issue that I faced in the beginning was that my videos would only be recommended to Finnish speaking people, or like Finnish people overall. And I found that weird because my videos were in English, so why are they only being, promoted to like Finnish people? But I guess that might have been just because the algorithm like thought that I was a Finnish-speaking channel, because I was prior to that. But it didn't take long. It probably took like half a year until my videos started getting promoted to like English-speaking audiences. I'm pretty sure I probably had the Totodile video on like my old phone. I think I had like a Samsung Galaxy S3 back then, but I straight up don't know where the phone is. I might have just thrown it away because I remember that it like broke. Like the screen was like shattered. I guess it might have been thrown away at some point. But yeah, that was like 8 years ago. No, 7. Yeah. Well, 7 or 8, I don't know, something like that. But I still have the shiny Totodile in my Pokemon Soul Silver copy. Although I think it's a Feraligatr now. I don't really remember what I did with it exactly, but I got the shiny Totodile, and then I played through the game like halfway through, and I think I evolved it to a Feraligatr. It's like really cool how in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and I guess also Sword and Shield and BDSP, the following Pokemon, if they're shiny, they actually like show up as shiny, which is really fucking cool. I really like that. I think I hope they would also do that with like the boxes and the party sprites, because like obviously, assuming that this treecko was shiny, it would still show up as green on the sprite here. It would be cool if they also like represented like the shininess in the sprite. I don't know. I mean, they might do that in BDSP, because I think I saw somewhere that the like party sprites are a bit different. Those games. I don't know. Maybe they did that. I'm not sure. That would be cool. Probably gonna have to like end this stream in like 20 minutes or something. How many encounters have I gotten? 77, I think. Let's get to at least 100. I don't know like what game I want to like play for like a video, because I feel like right now all of the ideas that I have for videos are like talking about Pokemon and shit. But I kind of would also like to make some kind of like video where I actually like play something, but I don't know what. I don't really want to do a Nuzlocke, not really in the mood for that, but like I'm thinking maybe like a Pokemon spin-off would be nice. I've never played Pokemon Snap. That could be fun. I haven't overall played any of the spin-offs, any of the Pokemon spin-offs really at all. I need to do that someday. That could be something. I don't know. I don't really know if I want to go like full on Pokemon YouTuber. I mean, I already kind of have, but I mean, I could play other games, but I feel like it's just, you know, if I was a viewer of this channel, I would most likely be subscribed for Pokemon content. And if I, you know, saw me suddenly uploading some unrelated shit, yeah, I don't know. The way I see it currently is that like I stream whatever I want, but the videos are mainly like Pokemon related. I guess stream highlights can be like whatever, since they're based on the streams. I guess I could play some shit on stream and then just make highlights of that. Like the biggest thing is that like videos where I'm like talking and videos where I'm like playing some kind of game or something, editing for those like two different videos is like very different. I don't know, I kind of, that's like the only thing that I kind of miss of like when I used to do like Dark Souls videos, is that the editing for those kind of videos was like very fun. I don't know if it's like more fun, but just different, and kind of miss that. I mean, I can kind of do that with stream highlights, you know, but something like Pokemon and shiny hunting, there isn't really a whole lot of action here, so I can't really do the same like style of editing. I don't know if anyone understands what the fuck I'm saying, but yeah. I kind of forgot that I actually streamed Kirby's Dream Land 2 beginning of the year. That was fun. That was a fun game. I've been thinking of a new Kirby game that got announced in like the Nintendo Direct. That was like the Kirby Forgotten Lands, something like that. That looks really cool, and I don't know when the fuck it's releasing, but yeah, I might play that. I don't know, depending on its length, that could be like a nice stream game. And, you know, I'm gonna be streaming shiny hunting a lot going forward, but I also want to do other stuff, so I think I'll try to find like a game soon that I want to play on stream, and I don't really know what it would be yet, but something nice that doesn't take like forever to finish. I mean, I've got a Super Famicom, so I guess I could get like a Kirby game for that. Now that there's like Kirby Superstar Ultra, then there's like Kirby's Dreamland 3. I've heard pretty good things about those. I think those games are actually like more generally liked than Kirby's Dreamland 2 even. I mean, Kirby's Dreamland 2 was very good, so those games do seem appealing in that way. Maybe. I need to play more Zelda games. I feel like what Zelda games have I even finished? I've started and played a lot of them, but I've only finished Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker. That's literally it. That's all I've finished. But I've played up to the Shadow Temple in Ocarina of Time, and I don't know. I feel like with Zelda games, I like the idea of them, and I like all of like the story and the lore and the like visuals and overall like the style of Zelda games. But I don't think they're that fun to play. Like they aren't like bad games, but I don't know. Like especially like the old Zelda formula, I just found a lot of the stuff to be like very tedious, and Breath of the Wild like removed a lot of the like classic Zelda things that I didn't really like, and that's why I liked Breath of the Wild a lot. But I mean, I've heard some like really big Zelda fans say that they didn't like Breath of the Wild because it like removed a lot of the classic Zelda things, and I get that because like that's kind of what I'm fearing with Legends Arceus, that they're gonna like really get rid of all of the classic like Pokemon elements. So I understand like where those people are coming from, but for me it's kind of like the opposite, where I didn't really like classic Zelda, so the fact that Breath of the Wild completely changed everything was like good for me. I don't know. I've never really been into like Zelda dungeons and puzzles. I've always found them to be kind of annoying. Like Wind Waker was like mostly good, but I played that game like up to the Triforce quest in like a few, probably like a month or something, and then after that I took like a 4 year break from the game and then came back to finish it later. So yeah, the Triforce quest is like very bad. I was playing the original GameCube version. I've heard that it got like somewhat fixed in the Wii U HD remake or remaster. I don't know. Majora's Mask seems really cool. I kind of want to play that one day. But I would definitely not want to play Zelda games on stream. That seems like a bad idea because those games take like pretty long to finish, and also it would just be a lot of me like trying to come up with solutions to puzzles that are like really obvious, but somehow I just like don't realize it, and I think it would just be like really frustrating. So yeah, I don't want to do that. I have a Link Between Worlds, and I've never really played it. That game looks good. That game looks nice. I want to play that one day. Same thing with Link's Awakening. The Switch remake of Link's Awakening looks fucking fantastic. I feel like I just have so many games that I like feel like I want to play someday, but it's like, when though? It doesn't really help that I'm like spending a lot of time fucking shiny hunting and like playing through Dark Souls for like the 50th time. Although I forgot to mention this, but before the Elden Ring network test, like a day before the Elden Ring network test, I 100%ed Dark Souls. I got off the achievements because I hadn't done that before for some reason. So I just decided like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this. And the last day, it took like a few days, but the last day I beat the game 3 times in one fucking day. I mean, I guess for like speedrunners or something isn't anything, but for like a casual player, that's like a lot. And yeah, it was really, really fun. Dark Souls just never gets old. I can play through that game like over and over again. I mean, after beating the game 3 times and after playing the Elden Ring network test, I literally just started a new save like a few days ago and started playing it again. It's just that good. think we're coming up on 100 right now. We started at 850. I have to actually check like when I need to leave to go to the store, because I'm going with the bus and I have no clue when the bus is leaving. But I'm gonna assume there's probably gonna be like multiple times when I can go. But I prefer to go as soon as possible because I am looking forward to play the games, and I'd rather not have to wait until like evening. I think like an hour from now I can probably go then. Yeah. So I haven't fucking eaten anything in like 24 hours now. I need to eat something. Like sometimes when I look at like the DS screen, like when the Puchena like appears on the screen, it looks kind of like low FPS. I've never really noticed that before. It might be the DS capture card or something. But like, look at it now. I don't know, it doesn't really look very smooth. Like outside of that, nothing else really looks weird. I don't know. Maybe that's just always been like this and I've never realized it. Yeah, and I mean normally, I guess it might not be a thing on emulator, because, you know, when playing on real cartridge, normally I'm looking at like a dim screen. It's like probably the brightest screen that I've played had like for like Game Boy Advance games was like the DS Lite. I'm sure the DS Lite screen is like a bit more brighter than the original DS. Because yeah, especially after like playing on the capture card for a while now, the like looking at like down at the actual like DS screen, it is really dim. It is like quite dim. It's something that I didn't really realize before, but I mean, it's like you can totally play games with it. It's not like that big of an issue, but it is like, yeah, that is kind of like a small issue with the console. Also, whenever I'm capturing anything from the DS, I have the audio cable plugged in, I have the charging cable plugged in, and I have the DS capture card mini USB cable plugged in, so it's like, it's completely like hooked up. Like I can't fucking move this thing. I also need to get like a better audio cable, because the current one that I have, I don't know if this is like just an issue with overall audio cables, but it makes this weird noise whenever it's not plugged into anything. So whenever I'm not shiny hunting, I can hear like a weird noise in the background, and I have to like mute the like audio from my PC, which is annoying. I don't know, that might just be like a, you know, audio cable thing. I tried looking into it, but I couldn't really find anything on it. Or it might just be that this is a bad cable, I don't know. Is it just me, or is the background OST like really low volume? Like very faintly hear it. I also don't really want to make it too loud. I'd rather it be too low volume than too high. It might just be that this OST specifically is kind of like low volume. It's fine. I've been thinking of like, you know, if I ever want to like upgrade my setup for like YouTube and streaming, which I probably will do at some point. Right now I'm like honestly pretty happy with my setup and everything, but there's like two main things that I could upgrade, or that I want to upgrade, which are my microphone, which is a AT2020 USB version, so it's a USB mic. I think it sounds fine, but I don't know. It, you know, would be nice to have like a better microphone, and another thing is the capture card. Not the DS capture card, but my Elgato, because it's really shitty and old. And recording anything with the Elgato is like, it's so annoying. Yeah, that thing is not very good. Like, it's just for some reason it just does not want to work with OBS. Like, OBS crashes so much when I'm trying to set it up, and it's usually like that's the reason why I have to like start setting up for streams like 2 hours prior. Is because I'm worried about like the Elgato capture card not working. So it's nice that I don't need to use it for this, so I don't need to worry about that. I really don't know how I will react when I get the shiny, or if I get the shiny, because like with the shiny Murkrow, it was 3,504, so it was literally like right as I had like the previous day I had gotten up to 3,500, and then the next morning I was like starting the shiny hunt. I was like preparing and everything. I was doing a few, and then suddenly it just happened. It just the shiny was there, and it was like a really big shock. And I feel like every time I've gotten a shiny, it's always been when I'm not expecting it. I don't think I've ever gotten a shiny being like, okay, this one's going to be a shiny, and then it was shiny. That just like doesn't happen. So I don't know. I feel like at this point it's been so long without the shiny treecko that I don't know how the fuck I will react if I get it. But I feel like every time I'm doing like a shiny hunt, I'm like worried of missing it. But whenever I do get the shiny, it's like very obvious that it's shiny. Like even with the shinies that are like kind of a very small difference, it's still, when you see the same sprite like thousands of times, if there's even like a small difference, you'll notice it. I'm more so worried about like muscle memory accidentally like pressing the soft reset when I get the shiny. That would suck. I assume the shiny odds in BDSP are 1 in 4,000. I don't know. I feel like lately I've been like really into the idea of full out shiny hunting, like 1 in 8,000. But it would be really cool to shiny hunt in BDSP though, because of the whole following Pokemon thing. I'll have to think about it. If I find like a cool Pokemon that would be neat as a shiny, then I might do it. Right now, I don't really have any ideas. I'm not really. I really don't want to do the starters because, or any of the starters because I want to play the game and I don't want to be stuck on the starters for like a few weeks. I'll probably, if I do any shiny hunting, it's gonna be after I've like beaten the game and done most of the content that's there. I have like no clue when the theoretical BDSP review video would be coming out. But I mean, I'll probably play the game for like a week and not worry about any videos or anything like that. If I really want to, I might stream, but I doubt it. But after like a week, I'm probably gonna start like working on the video. I mean, it's not gonna be too much work. It's just kind of like write the basic points of what I want to cover. Just talk about it for like an hour and then cut it down to like 10 minutes or something. I don't know, that's kind of what I did with the DS video, or the shiny hunting video. It ended up going pretty well, so I think I'll do that again. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get up to 9,000. We're pretty close. And I'll probably end the stream there. I actually prefer Mudkip to Treecko, but I prefer Treecko Shiny to Mudkip Shiny. So that's why I went with Treecko first. They're both really cool. I wouldn't mind a shiny Mudkip, but I don't know. I feel like if I'm only gonna go with one, it's gotta be Treecko. Like Treecko shiny is like iconic, really cool shiny. Mudkip is just kind of like purple, and I mean it works. It looks cool, but not quite as good as Treecko. I haven't really thought of it much, but the Sceptile looked so much cooler in Gen 3 than it does in like any of the games after. I feel like Sceptile in Gen 3 looks way more like big and way more like menacing, and then I guess in future gens it looks more like fast, but I don't know. I think it was cooler in Gen 3. I might one day transfer some of the shinies from these games to future like modern games, but at least for now I'm gonna keep them in like these original games. I think Murkrow I'm probably going to keep in the Crystal Virtual Console up until I've like gathered a bunch of shinies that I want to move, and then I'll move all of them at once. Since I have to buy like Pokemon Bank subscription to be able to move things. So I'd rather not do that for just like one Pokemon. Maybe like a few years from now I might do like a mass moving where I move a bunch of shinies. Like it would be cool to do something where if I like move them to like first move this to like Soul Silver and Platinum, and then get like a bunch of ribbons and shit there, and then move it to like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire and get like a bunch of ribbons and shit there, and then like Pokemon ME and stuff like that, and then do, you know, Sword and Shield. Stuff like Pokemon Camp is like so cool. It would be really cool seeing like the shiny Murkrow in Pokemon Camp. However, I mean right now that's not possible because Murkrow is not in the game, but I know that BDSP has some kind of like camp like feature. It has like the, what is it called, the Amity Square, the shit in like Heart Home. Oh, that would be cool. And, it's not like I'm done with Crystal as like a shiny hunting game, even though I moved to Sapphire for now. I've been thinking of doing maybe Celebi, maybe Oo, and I mean Quillfish. Quillfish is definitely one that I want to do. Quillfish's sprite in Pokemon Crystal is like amazing. It is so good. I mean Quillfish overall, I've talked about this, but Quillfish is such a good Pokemon. I already actually have a shiny Quillfish because I happened to get one randomly in Sword and Shield or Sword Dynamax Adventures. But I don't really value that. You know, Dynamax Adventure it's a cool thing. I appreciate it. Like introducing new shiny hunting methods is cool, but it's like I don't really like how you can just like accidentally get a bunch of shinies that you don't mean to get. And I didn't even do Dynamax Adventures that much, but I got like 3 or 4 shinies from there. I accidentally got a shiny Zekrom that I didn't even like focus on. I wasn't even shiny hunting it. So yeah, I don't really like that. Remember that this is completely unrelated, but I guess it's somewhat related to DS Capture Card. But at some point, I was thinking of getting a PSP capture card, which basically just means getting like a PSP AV out cable. But the issue is that for that you need a PSP 3000, and I have a PSP 2000, so I would have to get like another PSP to do that, which I don't really want it that much. The main reason why I wanted to do it to begin with was Monster Hunter. I thought it would be neat to stream or play some of that. Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. But I don't know. I don't know if I really would want to stream or make videos of that. I might once like Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak comes out, I might stream some of that, but I don't know. Right now, I've been so busy with all these other games that I have not played Monster Hunter in like a while. I didn't even play the Rise PC demo. I think I should probably try that at some point. It does seem like nice to play it in 60 FPS, but I already played Rise a ton on the Switch. I think I got in like a good over 100 hours, like 120 or something. I'm pretty happy with that. I haven't really been paying attention to what OSTs these have been, but I think there's been a lot of like Gen 4. I did kind of talk shit about Gen 4 OSTs previously, or like Diamond Pearl Platinum, but I mean the route themes and city themes, they are good. They are good. I don't even really know like what game has the best OSTs. I think Gen 2 has really good stuff, or like I guess Johto overall. And when talking of like sound font, I think that's what it's called. Like the kind of like specific sound of every OST. I think probably like Gen 3 or like Heart Gold Soul Silver might be my favorite. They sound nice. I really don't like X and Y OSTs in general. I don't know. Like I mean, there are some like good songs obviously. It's Pokemon. Like every single Pokemon OST is good, but I feel like a lot of the I don't know if it's like the OST quality that is uploaded on the YouTube or something, but I feel like a lot of the OSTs they sound kind of like distant. They sound like they aren't like very high quality. I don't know. It's really weird. This might be like me completely misunderstanding how it works, and maybe it's just bad quality uploads, but it all sounds kind of like off. I don't know. I mean, Lissandre's theme is really fucking good. What is this OST? I don't recognize this at all. I have actually no clue. Yes, I'm playing this off of like a what do you call it, like a MP3 file, because I didn't want to risk like the stream like dropping frames because of like YouTube or something. So I have no way like looking up what this is. I don't know. Sounds okay. Like this must be from like Mystery Dungeon or something, because I have no clue what this is. No, it's not bad. Wait, this I've heard 100%. I've used this in like a video at some point. What the fuck is this? What game is this from? I actually have no idea. It sounds like so... Because I know for a fact that I have used that in a video one day, at some point. Yeah, I have no clue. It's so odd. Such like... I definitely recognize this now, but I don't know where it's from. Yeah, I mean, I was talking about the Gen 4 OST and how it's not the best in terms of battle music, but goddamn, I just remembered the Snow Point, or like the route before Snow Point. That OST is like actually one of the best Pokemon OSTs. It's so good. I think like, you know, Gen 4 OST does have this certain kind of like mood to it. All of like the Eterna Forest and stuff like that. It is kind of like lo-fi hip-hop beats to study and chill to, whatever. it does have that kind of like mood. Maybe Heart Gold and Soul Silver has the best OST now that I think about it. Because I mean, the battle themes are like iconic. Like Red, Kanto Gym Leader, I mean Johto Gym Leader and Elite Four. It's all just fucking fantastic. The wild battle music, the trainer battle music, um, the legendary OSTs like Ho-Oh OST is fucking amazing. Even Lugia OST is kind of like it's worse than Ho-Oh OST, but it's still good. And yeah, it's just overall fucking fantastic. I mean, overall, Heart Gold, Soul Silver are. It's kind of hard to argue against the fact that those are just like the best games. It felt like I've gotten used to it now, but when I first replaced the battery, it felt really weird not seeing like the battery has run dry message, because every single like physical copy of Pokemon Ruby, Emerald, whatever, Sapphire intro, like there's like I don't know, there's like a few parts where it's different, but specifically like this very beginning where there's like in Ruby and Emerald, there's like the mountains in the background, whereas in this one there's like the sea right here. And then also Latias flying overhead is, I think, Latios in Emerald. I think it's actually Flygon and Manectric and Minun, I think, or Plusle, something like that. But yeah. It would be really nice if there was like a way to isolate the like battle sounds from this game, from the OST. That way I could have them on as well, but fortunately that's not possible in these games. That's like a really good feature that they introduced in Gen 8. I have no clue if that is in the Gen 4 remakes, but I hope it is, because it's a really nice feature, especially for like making YouTube videos. Being able to turn off like the in-game OST, but still have like the battle effects on, is really nice. Like this is definitely a Gen 4 OST right here that I hear. This specific kind of sound font is like very recognizable. We are coming up on 9,000 encounters. Maybe we will get the shiny in here. Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. At this point, I really wouldn't even be mad if I got a shiny Poochyena. It would, like, just seeing a shiny would bring a whole lot of, like, comfort as to, like, I can actually get the shiny, because, like, on this copy of Pokemon Sapphire, I have never gotten a shiny. So what if there's some, like, secret glitch where I just can't get shinies on this version? Obviously, there probably isn't, but it's still something where, you know, when going this many encounters, there does, you know, come that kind of paranoia of, like, what if I'm just fucking wasting my time? So, seeing any shiny would be nice, even if it was the Poochyena. Sometimes the effects of like the Pokeball, when there's like those small like yellow bits that come out of the Pokeball, those like make me think for a second that like, oh shit, was that a shiny? But nope. I don't know if like DS games are easier to soft reset than GBA games. Also, there's my 9,000 counter here. No shiny. But yeah, like DS games, I think they have to have like the R and L buttons turned on. Also, did I hear this OST already? Has it restarted? I don't think so. But I mean, yeah, I'm ending the stream here in a pretty chill 1 hour. I think it's been like 1 hour 15 minutes. That's there. So yeah, probably not anytime soon. I'm not gonna be streaming, but a weird way of saying that. I'm not gonna be streaming anytime soon because I'm gonna be playing BDSP and probably like Demon's Souls and whatever else. but I'll try to stream at some point, and I'll try to get the Pokemon BDSP thoughts or review video out at some point. And once I come back to streaming, I'm gonna probably continue the shiny hunt if I haven't gotten it by then. And yeah, that's the plan, I guess. This was a good test stream. I think everything went pretty well. I don't think there were really any issues. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I think in like an hour, I'm gonna leave and go to the store and buy BDSP, and then I'm gonna be playing that. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be posting about that on Twitter maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, bye bye. See you someday, maybe. Bye. That's the right ending. I accidentally used the stream starting for a second. Also, I need to take this away. Yeah. Yeah.